Hello and welcome back to Building on a Budget Models. I'm Thomas and this is the third and final part of the Williams FW16 build in 1/20th by Fujimi. Now firstly, I'd been told that the Goodyear decals for the tyres weren't exactly right, so I got out this decal stencil which I got for the McLaren, strapped it up to the wheels like this. As you can see here, these are the decals and the Goodyear logos are too big. The ones that were actually used in 94 were italicised. I gave them a single mist coat of Humbrol gloss yellow, and here they are with the wheels and also with the yellow band decal. Now for the driver figure, this is the one from the Fujimi pit crew. I first painted it in matte white and then did the legs and part of the torso in this satin blue from Revell. Also had to trim down the legs slightly and also remove the steering wheel from the car to fit the driver into position. I painted the moulded seatbelts in matte red. Had this Rothmans stripe decal here, left over from the Revell Williams FW16. It was the perfect size to go over the torso. I used some strong decal solution from UMP to help that settle into the shape as best as possible. I found the ELF spare decal from the kit was good for the uniform, but the rest of the decals, as you can see here, I would have to print off myself. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Did some for the arm as well. When they had set for a day or so, I gave it a couple of coats of matte clear and then did the seatbelts over the top. The helmet had a visor clip which I wanted to remove, so I filled it with putty and then sanded it off. This has also been primed in matte grey. I also sanded away the mould line which went around the top. Used UMP thinny sticks for this. Then gave it a couple of coats of this royal blue paint and then did the visor in black. Hill's helmet often looked black, but it was actually a very, very dark blue. So the way that I was able to darken this was to give it a couple of coats of smoke from Tamiya. Then when I was happy that had all cured, I then used these homemade decals to finish it off. Started with the Renault visor. Then there's a Rothmans logo that goes on top, and then the signature oar blades. This design was taken in tribute to his father, Graham Hill, two-time F1 world champion, who had previously been a member of the London Rowing Club. Then Rothmans logos that go on the sides of the helmet as well. I then gave this a couple of coats of gloss acrylic from Halfords and then clipped it into place on this kind of neck section here. I did a little test fit first to make sure that it was the right position. Make sure this is all cured first because you do have to use a bit of pressure. That fits into place quite nicely. And there's Damon. Pretty happy with that. There's an option for different visors that go here in front of the cockpit. I went for this V-section one, but I wasn't happy with gluing it on yet, so I left that for a little while. The fuel cap goes onto whichever side you choose. I chose to use silver paint and then some black panel line accent rather than the decal. The interior of the suspension goes on there, and then you can clip in the suspension arms, which had already been done in satin black with some metallic silver accents in sort of some of the joins. This section here needs to be attached securely to fit on the nose later. And then there's also this steering arm here which fits through in order to let the wheels turn. Now there's three options for the rear wing from the first three Grand Prix. I firstly did this in a few coats of TS26, pure white, and then cut around some of these carbon fibre decals to do the insides as so. These needed to be trimmed, but when I had finished I was pretty happy with how they looked. Did that for both sides. This upper section here fits in really well. Just used a little extra thin cement once it was in place. And then again I used the Rothmans decals from MSM Creations. These decals come with several different options depending on which wing you use, so that's a nice addition. There's also white Goodyear decals that go on the inside of the wing. Later in the season, darker Goodyear decals appeared on the outside of the wing above the number. Those aren't supplied with either of these sets. As I said before, I was going with number 0, which was Damon Hill. Now, I later learnt that the suspension arms here weren't carbon fibre in 1994. However, the reference images I used looked like they were, so I went and put some carbon fibre decals on in these places. Still pretty happy with how it looks, and you can't notice that they're carbon fibre unless you are looking quite closely. These parts of the suspension were secured in place with super glue. There's little pins for them to go in the top and the bottom. Now for the axles here, start by putting the polycap into this black section and then glue that to these vents. Then the disc brake goes on the outside of those. These had been done in Revell iron. And then the caliper, which had been done in silver, goes on the outside of that. I painted the underside of the visor in gloss blue and then used some of this foam safe super glue which I got from FTD Models in Coventry. This section here had already been clear coated, so I was happy doing this over the top of the decal. It was really nice and secure, however do be careful, as you can see here I got some on my finger. Pretty happy with that. It was then time to put everything onto the floor. Use super glue for this because I found that when test fitting later some of the body parts came off. So make sure it's really nice and cured. These side pod interiors get linked up to these radiator sections on either side. Needed to be quite delicate here while test fitting the cowling, but with a little bit of pressure here and there, they went together well. The rear wing slots onto the black support parts, which are part of the gearbox. For the wheels, I found that if you sharpened the pins a bit like a pencil, then they went through the polycaps a lot easier. Using a bit of light pressure with something like a cotton bud really helped here. Don't put too much pressure on because you don't want to buckle the axles. Final piece to add was the aerial, and there we have it. Here's the car with the body parts removed, letting you see what's inside. It's a nicely detailed kit. It's a little challenging compared to Tamiya perhaps, but it's certainly a big improvement on the Ferrari 248 F1. If you're going to leave it with the driver out, then I would definitely recommend getting some seatbelts to go on the inside. TS15 is a pretty good colour match, but you can get exact colour match paints from companies like Zero Paints. I know that IndyCals also do aftermarket decals for this colour match to TS15. I chose to leave off the camera. I just felt that it would ruin the lines. There's Damon Hill. Pretty happy with how the decals turned out. And there he is, sitting in place. Thank you very much for watching. Please do have a very happy new year. Hope you've enjoyed seeing this. Thank you for your support this year in 2021, and I look forward to sharing more of my builds with you in 2022 and beyond. Thanks a lot for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you soon.